What is Ujjayi? Closing the mouth, drop the breath through the nostrils till the breath fills the space from throat to the heart with a noise. Perform Kumbhaka as before and exhale through the Ida. This removes afflictions of the throat caused by phlegm and stimulates the fire in the stomach, that is Jataragni. This Ujjayi Kumbhaka can be practiced walking or sitting. It removes defects connected with the nadis and all the dhatus and dropsy. The 7 dhatus are skin, flesh, blood, bones, marrow, fat and semen. Coming to Sitkari, place the tongue between the lips and draw the breath in the mouth with a hissing sound and then do the rekaka by both the nostril, not by the mouth. Repeating this, one becomes a second god of beauty, that is, second Kamadeva. Sitkari differs from Brahmari, which has a sound like bumblebee, that is very hard. Ujjayi is very mild, very slight. Ujjayi is a major pranayama, while Brahmari, Sitali and Sitkari are minor pranayamas. A minor pranayama is one which is not very important but is used for special conditions. For example, Sitali and Sitkari can be used on hot days to cool off the body. They can also be used when the blood is impure or when you wish to stimulate the throat center. The latter is where you cannot get water. Sitali can be performed as a kind of refrigeration by taking the cool, moist air to the psychic center which creates that thirst. Among a gathering of yoginis, the yogi becomes an object of admiration. He is able to create and destroy, and is able to control hunger, thirst, sleep and sloth. He, the author, is giving some kind of chocolate so that people will practice. What this really means is that when there is an abundance of prana, everyone is attracted to your personality. Naturally, when there is honey, honeybees will come. Here, the attraction is not due to the body but to the prana. When there is no prana, you are like a stale pizza. When you have lots of prana, like a beautiful fresh rose, people are attracted. Then, as you become older due to excessive sexual acts, menstruation, gastric problems, lactation, etc., much prana is lost, and then no one wants to touch you. But if you practice pranayama, there is no old age, and so people are attracted to you all the time. He is able to do and undo and feels neither hunger, thirst, nor indolence. This means that if there is food, he will take it. But if he cannot get food at his regular time, he can just take a few deep breaths and stop the hunger impulse. He is not a slave of that particular habit. Verily, by this practice, a supreme yogi gains strength of body and remains free from afflictions of every kind on this earth. Protruding the tongue a little away from the lips, curled up resembling a bird's beak, the intelligent one should inhale the prana through the tongue and practice kumbhaka as before, and then should gradually breathe out through the nostrils. This is Sitali. This kumbhaka destroys diseases of the abdomen and spleen, fever, bilious complaints, hunger, thirst, and the bad effects of poisons, etc., that is, snake bites, etc. In Bastrika, we have to place each foot upon the top of the opposite thigh. This is Padmasana, which removes all vices. The knowing one sitting firmly in Padmasana with neck and abdomen in one straight line closes the mouth and breathes out through the nostrils with force. Drawing the breath with a hissing sound till it strikes against the heart. All this time, pressure is felt on the heart, the throat and the skull. Again, exhaling in the same manner. He should draw in the breath and exhale it as directed. Continue this process repeatedly and forcefully with speed as the blacksmith works his bellows. This is Bhastrika, which means bellows. You continue like a blacksmith working his bellows until the prana goes to all the chakras. Only if the nadis are first purified from alternate nostril breathing will Bhastrika bring any benefit. Surya Beda and Ujjayi are heating because they use the right nostril. Sitkari and Sitali are cold. So, on hot days, you practice Sitali and Sitkari instead of Bhastrika. For the practice of Surya Beda and Ujjayi, you must be in a cool place. Bhastrika uses both nostrils equally and so is energy balanced on both sides of the Sushumna. On very hot days, you should omit the practice of Bhastrika during midday. You must be in a cool place for Bhastrika. Similarly, keep the prana moving consciously inside the body by inhalation and exhalation. When tired, one should breathe in by the right nostril. When the breath rapidly fills the stomach, close the nose firmly with all the fingers, leaving out the middle and index fingers. Practicing Kumbhaka as instructed, breathe out through the left nostril. This removes diseases arising from excess of wind, bile and phlegm. This increases the digestive fire in the body. Kundalini is roused quickly by this process. Nadis are purified to a great extent, at the same time experiencing a very pleasant sensation. It removes or destroys the poison in the form of phlegm etc. at the mouth of Sushumna. Also, this Bhastrika Kumbhaka is essential as it enables the breath to break through the 3 granthis or knots that are firmly placed in the Sushumna. You cannot break all the granthis at one time. First, there is the Brahma Granthi of the Mooladhara Chakra. When the prana and apana unite and the kundalini awakens, it is this granthi which is broken. Then, as years go by, the prana goes up to the Manipura Chakra where the second granthi, the Vishnu Granthi, exists. The breaking of this granthi is very difficult, so several lifetimes may be required to break it. The last granthi is the Rudra Granthi at the Agnya Chakra. When it is broken, the prana goes to the Sahasrara Chakra. Bhastrika Pranayama breaks these 3 granthis after purification has taken place, and it is only through Bhastrika that you can break the granthis. We'll see about Brahmari now. Inhale rapidly, making the sound of a drone, that is the male bee, and then exhale slowly, humming like a bee. By this practice, great yogis derive indescribable joy in their hearts. What is Murcha? At the end of Puraka, practice the Jalandhara Bandha firmly and exhale the breath. It reduces mind to a state of inactivity and gives pleasure. This is called Murcha. We'll see about Plavini. This is having filled the lungs completely with air till they are distended up to the stomach. The yogi is capable of floating effortlessly on deep water without drowning like a lotus leaf. Pranayama is of 3 kinds: Rekaka, Puraka and Kumbhaka. Kumbhaka is of 2 kinds, that is Sahita and Kevala. Till Kevala Kumbhaka, which is restraining the breath without Puraka and Rekaka, is achieved, the yogi should practice Sahita. Sahita Kumbhaka is the retention of the regular pranayama with controlled inhalation and exhalation.